I feel like they think if they get a catchy hook, nice beat, they get some money in their pocket, move everybody out the hood, they're straight. But it's a lot of paperwork, it's a lot of business. And you're an artist and you're a businessman as well. So is it hard for you to balance the two?
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, there's hard events that take place. It's hard decisions that have to be made, but like just walking in the light is real easy to me, because at the end of the day, music is what I use to drive the car.
Yeah.
You know, but I understand that I'm not always going to be in a musical light. So what I try to do is prep for the future, so that I could be never moved out of my position. So I drive the car with music right now. I drive the car with videos. I drive the car with taking pictures with the girls. I give you the life, because that's I'm like advertising. Yeah. And I know at the end of the day, you know, these other things will carry me later. So yeah.
So what made you fall in love with hip hop?
I fell in love with hip hop at 10. My stepdad, he was a dope artist. Like he was a dope artist, and I used to carry his cassette tape around with me everywhere I went. Like on my way to school, because in New York we walked to school. Y'all got the school bus. Yeah. But we would walk a long...
I mean, y'all schools don't even have names. It's like public school number 18.
My school was so far from my house, but I didn't even realize how far that walk was till I got to the South and got spoiled. Now I don't want to walk anywhere. But yeah, 10 years old, I fell in love with hip hop. So I used to take his cassettes, and then I used to start trying to write my own raps. And then eventually at 12, we had a group called the FCC Rappers. It was me and two other guys. And we started getting real popular. Like we started getting booked for like street festivals with thousands of people. We ended up going on TV. We was just really buzzing really heavy at a young age. And I don't know, I'm the only one that really loved it that much that I wanted to keep carrying the musical torch. So yeah.
So is it hard still carrying the musical torch? Because outside of you being an artist and a businessman, you know, we have personal lives as well. And you have to be able to balance that also.
It's not, I can't say that it's hard. Like, I've got myself in trouble a lot of times in different situations behind music. Yeah, it's been a lot of sacrificing. Yeah. You know, a lot of sacrificing. But at the end of the day, if it has to be understood what the mission is, what I represent. Like, a lot of people want to be, you know, this by day, artist by night. That I am Face all day, every day. You know, like, it's kind of hypocritical. Like, it's like, you know, you can't expect to get 100 out of something if you only willing to put in 50%.
You know what? You're going to get some hand claps because that is so true. I got some hand claps for you. And that, you know, I had to give you hand claps because it's so true. Like, I know some people, when they see Fierce on social media, they just see the podcast and they see the website. But I do a lot of things behind the scenes as well. And it's like, I try to tell these artists, like, you know, I'm not promising you $1 million, but I, you know, anything you need me to do, I'm here to help you, try to point you in the right direction. But you have to help yourself. I can't want it more for you. Right. You have to want it just as bad or more than I do for yourself. And it's like, you know, oh, I'm in the studio every day making a track. Okay, you're in the studio every day making a track, but who's going to hear it? How are you going to push yourself out there? What sacrifices are you making? Because I make sacrifices as well. Like, you know, this was my vacation off from my corporate job, but I turned it into a workcation. Cause I'm like, I got a lot of stuff I need to do. I can't just sit out on the beach laid up. That's next month for my birthday. Yeah. That's a shameless plug. If y'all want to send me some birthday gifts, Virgo, of course. But it's like, you know, with my kids, you know, my kids don't know me as Fierce. They know me as mom. They know I do this, but, you know, I'm mom to them. But it's sacrifices I make with them. Like, they might have an event at school, but it's like, I need to go to this event so I can help push my brand. So, you know, and my kids are older, so I can actually be like, hey, baby, yada, yada, yada. They're like, cool beans, mom. It's okay. You know, but like you said, it is sacrifices you have to make. You know, you can get caught up in some stuff in this life because it is the entertainment business and it comes with a lot of crazy things behind it. Yeah. You know, what's some of the crazy things that you have had to experience?
I mean, behind this music stuff, I done been on trial twice. You know, thank God I beat both cases, but
amen.
It's been all behind music.
Yeah.
You know, I changed my whole career. I was in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
I left the Navy. They thought I was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm 8 years in. They thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
And I just said, no, this is what I want to do. Because they both was demanding. When I was in the Navy, I was doing shows. I was traveling, taking leave. When you start having to take leave to do music, then it's like, okay, that means music must be demanding.
Yeah.
And what I've been able to achieve as an indie artist, which I know a lot of artists can't relate, is I sold a lot of records. You know, and a lot of people, like, I don't know, they wait for the finish line, like the people to be on TV, and they don't understand it's a bunch of faces out there that's indie artists that still have big buzzes and still selling records, and they have bigger studios, they have more cars, and everybody think this is drug money, but these people been grinding.
Like, everything isn't drug money, people. People out here and they're, you know, they're getting it. And I think a lot of things that, you know, messes with people's head is now social media, and then you got reality TV. Like Love and Hip Hop. There's no love and there's no hip hop on that show. I can say that some people do use it the right way. K Michelle and Cardi B. I can give it to them. They were on their grind. And Cardi B, I think, is still indie. Like, she's unsigned. Like the Migos, Chance the Rapper. And so a lot of people or a lot of artists think, oh, I got to have this big label behind me like Universal or Columbia. Well, really, if you put in the work, the people will come.
Yeah, like the music game is so different right now that you don't need the label right away. Like, that's I'm real passionate about that, because I get a lot of people, like, right now I can't, when we had a bunch of artists who ain't in our label no more, it was one artist that used to always say, yeah, man, when we get on, when we get on. Now I'm 8 years in. We done had this label for 8 years. We done traveled, we done lost money, spent money, sacrificed, did this, did that. Now we got a studio. And you talk about when we get on. I'm like, nigga, what is you talking about? Like, we in the game right now. Yeah. I look at it like, with you in the game, you just trying to get a ring. You know, you're in the game. Like, right now, all you artists, once you get in the studio, you in the game. The next thing you need to do is find out how to connect your music. I'm not going to tell you on this podcast, but you find out how to connect your music. Right. Connect your music, find out how to make the money. Like, stop listening to these street lawyers who don't know. You know what I mean? It's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. It
is. I mean, you dropped the gem. You don't have to give them everything, but you did drop a gem. And they got to do their research and stuff like that. You got to get the right people behind you. I think everybody has to have the right team. Everybody can't do it just on their own. You got to have the right team. You got to have your paperwork together. You know, it takes money to make money. Right. You got to be willing to sacrifice. You can't
get a hand clap. Oh my God.
Give myself a hand clap. But it does. It takes money to make money.
Yes.
It's like, you know, even with the stuff that I do, money, my website, money, everything, money, getting studios for some of the artists, money. I'm like, there's nothing for free.
Yes.
And they have to realize that. You know, a lot of people, like, if you study Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or even Diddy or Jay-Z, if you really study their history, they failed a lot of times before they succeeded a lot of times. You know, with Diddy, when he was signed with, Uptown. He was an intern, was working with Heavy D. He had a big event. People were killed. You know, if you do your research, you know, he lost a lot of times before he won a lot of times. Jay-Z with Rockefeller, he started out with Dame Dash. You know, they was, you know, selling the music out of their car and whatnot. You know, and they started it from scratch. Even Steve Jobs, you know, he was kicked out of Apple and stuff like that. So they just have to do their research. And, you know, someone like yourself seems like you done your research, still doing your research. You're still learning. You're probably still making mistakes, but you're learning from it. And you just keep pushing, you know?
Yeah. And you're right. Like, that, those people that you mentioned, those are more so what I use as a crutch. Because you have, I realize, like, you're going to fail. You're going to, but you fail even bigger when you quit. And a lot of people, that goes back to a lot of people wanting to be in the music game because they think it's easy. You know, like they don't know about those days when you spending that last dollar or you on E and still gonna drive to this show.
Yeah.
You know, like it's gonna take sacrifice.
Or if you have a family at home, you got your girl or your man or whatever needs to understand, I got to do this.
Yeah.
I have to be out here. I have to be grinding. I can't come home at a certain time because you want me here. Like, if I'm going to make this work, I got to put in the work. Got to make some sacrifices.
Yeah.
So
you can't play with it. Because a lot of people's spouses or boyfriend or girlfriend don't even believe in them, you know, like they think they do.
Until they start seeing it.
Exactly. Yeah. And before you see it, it's going to take these sacrifices. So, I don't know. You have to have a lot going on for you to be in this game. You got to be kind of crazy. You got to kind of see yourself there already.
And you got to really believe in yourself because there's going to be a lot of people who aren't going to believe in you, who aren't going to see what you see until it actually manifests. So it's like you got to actually kind of go in kind of with not the new Kanye, but the kind of old Kanye. Because the new Kanye, he a little... Yeah. him out there now. But the old Kanye, you kind of gotta have that old Kanye swag because it's like if you don't believe in you, you damn sure are not gonna make these other people believe in yourself when you try to present yourself to them.
And it's lonely on top. Like you're gonna lose a lot of people. You're gonna lose a lot of people. Like I don't know. You just gotta be strong. Like I noticed. That's what I noticed in this game. I don't meet a lot of strong people. You know, so it's always good to meet another strong person. Because a lot of people, as soon as it's rough, they're out. Like I ain't doing this music shit no more, man.
Yeah, and what you mean? It can't be like that. Like it's some days, like even with my website, like I'll get a lot of music, but it's some weeks where I may not have an interview. And even with the podcast, you know, it's some weeks where we may not record because my co-host, he's a producer, so sometimes he has to go out of town. And on top of that, we both are in the corporate world, so that pulls us too. And then on top of that, I have, you know, my 2 kids. Shout out to them. I keep my kids out the kids. I keep them out of the public eye, so to speak. But you know, so some days it's like it may be slow, and then some days it might just be booming. But you know, you got to take the good and the bad because every day is not going to be a perfect day. You know, like I was telling you before we started recording, when my brother passed away, I took a whole year. Well, really, and some people I shouldn't have because I was just reaching my peak, and then all of a sudden, boom, I was gone. But it's like I had to, because if I didn't, then none of this stuff would be as good. So, you know, it's like you can't just give up. You know, you might want to rest maybe a day or so, but you can't just quit. You can't, because one bad thing happens, you know. Right. Like I've lost a spouse behind this, which is crazy because he was in the music industry. Oh, he was a manager. But when I started... Because I started off by being on a promotional team for a group. And that's how I met him. And we was together for like a long time. But then when my star started to rise, and then his star started to dim, the insecurity started to pop out. And it was crazy because it's like, you know, he knows his industry is like 99.9% male. So that's really who I come in contact with. But I'm like, if I'm not paying no attention to their advances, why would you even care about it? You know, he like, oh, you can't go here, you can't go there. Or he would show up and be sitting there like right on the interview. So it's like, if you're in this industry, you got to have a strong spouse too, if somebody gonna be by you. Because it was just like, you Rick Ross, and he looked like Rick Ross. I'm like, you Rick Ross looking insecure, man. Like,
and that's the thing. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna write a book one day because this gets so deep.
It does,
down to even what you just said. Like, it's just deep, man. It's so, I didn't even starting. It was all about recording, us putting the, you know, printing up the CDs, giving it to the people, taking pictures, followers on MySpace, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. It was all about that. When the deeper I got in, it became mental. You started having to, a person might say 2 words when you first see them, and you already know what type of person that is. So now, like, it goes from just the outside, the surface of putting stuff out, to the inside, learning psychological. It's like you're a doctor almost, because you got to kind of, you realize like, oh man, this person's insecure. This person's a jealous type. This person, and this is not even just like spouses and stuff. This is like artists and other people that's around you.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta start flooding